Now it's 4:11. It's 4:11, 4:11 right now. I'm where I am, a.m. in the morning. And I was woken up about 1:45, and I was just having these wild visions as I laid and rested. Um, and you know, this one in particular one really stood out to me, where as if there was a hierarchy, but in the material world. Now, if it's a hierarchy in the material world that's operating the material world, usually that operator is going to be a seductric type energy, right? So it had a whole operation going on, but it was for material things. It was clothing, purses involved. And I feel like the purses were symbolic to finances, because they were really, really, how can I say it? They were really high end purses that they were having. And so just follow me, you guys. This is the material world. This is talking about money, um, gold, anything material. This being was over it and had people working in this industrial area. And it was just like, it was a setup. It was a whole setup. Like, it was just crazy. Um, and I got to thinking about when I woke up, like, we are splitting. Like, you can feel the shift, you can feel the split, whether that be in relationships, your mental state, where layers are being pulled back and you are seeing things, from a whole different perspective, or you're seeing things break apart, you know, simultaneously, fast, at record speed, things is happening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, what is this symbolic to? If this being is operating off of having people work for material. And that's another thing too. In this vision I was having, the workers were taking these things to this entity. But this entity has so many spies out there and so many different clones or entities that it was connected to, that it was having them operate off of. And I was like, damn, that's very symbolic. My vision is very symbolic to how the world is set up now, how people go to work, they pay their taxes, you know what I'm saying? They have to feed their families, but everything is going to a entity, right? The tax money is even when you go in the store and you spend money and you buy things in the store, all of that shit, right? When you buying stuff, that's still going to somebody, and it's still the same entity that's running over the company. So this is the vision that I had, and I'm sharing this with you guys because we are going to we're being called to sacrifice the material world for our souls. Now, when it's so many different type of kind of sacrifices are sacrificing that you can do. Some people sacrifice their children. Some people sacrifice their parents. Some people sacrifice their lives for certain things. It's all about what you are willing to let go and sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not willing to let go of old habits, behavior. They're not willing to get further help to make changes and things of that nature. So we see all of these different things going on and happening around us. And it's so big. It's very big, but not to everybody. So it doesn't seem like nothing is actually happening. But if you are up at this hour and you watching me right now, then you probably going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we are one. We do go through the same things simultaneously at different times. So there do be understanding with some. Some will understand you, because if I'm sitting on here speaking, I know I ain't fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been being put to work for so long that we've grown accustomed to this way of life that was created for us. This is not the life that we wanted for ourselves. This is not the life that we were supposed to come here and live from the beginning. And along the way, so many things got misturned and misconstrued and all kind of shit along the way. It's so much. But now where we are is things are healing. Things are breaking down. Things are dying. And it has to. Parts of this system that's been holding us and capturing our souls over and over again, those parts are becoming weak. And because they're becoming weak, their minions are out for lunch, out for dinner, because they don't have nothing else to feast on but us, but our energy. So yeah, there's going to be dreams. There's going to be dreams. There's going to be visions. There's going to be heavy, heavy emotions that's going to come over you. And you're going to be wondering, like, what the fuck is this? Or what am I seeing? You're going to see things. You have to really be present and stand in that. And don't think that every decision has to be the best decision that you're going to fucking make, because it's not. That's just like expecting a baby to step out of the mother's womb walking. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? So don't. And that's the thing. Listen to the words that I'm saying. I said that's sick. And a lot of these motherfuckers are sick. We were even sick at once. We're still coming out of that sickness era. We're still coming out of that because it is a sickness. Because it's not our true identity. It's not our true state. For all of these centuries and decades and lifetimes that bloodlines have been taken under from drugs, from not eating well, from mental illnesses. All of these different things are being, put to the forefront for us to look and see that it's something wrong and that things need to change and things are happening to now. It's not the split is being, you could feel the split. You could see it. You know what I'm saying? Within the communities, within our homes, within ourselves. So, yeah, I just had to get on here because I literally had a whole revelation. And I was just like, damn, right now, we're fighting on so many different playing fields. And I'm not even going to say myself because I see it, but a lot of people out there don't see it and think that they just getting up and life is what it's been. And it's not what it's been. This is nothing like anything that it has ever been right now, what's going on right now. Because it is and it ain't. It's really, really, really an illusion that's been created, a system that's been created that's been faulty for centuries. And now it's collapsing. And you know how long and mind you, time is not, we shouldn't even bring time into this. We shouldn't even bring time into this, really, because time isn't either, right? We shouldn't even fucking bring time into this. Because then we get to thinking about, we got enough time. No, we don't have enough time to be sitting around bullshitting and playing right now. The time is now, if it's going to be any time. If we're going to talk about time, it has to be right now where motherfuckers is stepping up. Because this shit is happening at a speed of light. Like, that's what I've been seeing. Like, shit just happening so fast, rapidly. And motherfuckers is getting wrapped up in that clog, that smoke. Remember that movie they made, y'all? It was a movie they made, and it was called I believe Sandra Bullock was in it. Sandra Bullock was in it, and she had to wear, it was called The Fog. She had to keep her eyes closed. Covered. Remember? Her and the 2 kids. She had 2 kids, and they had to keep their eyes covered. That's what this energy remind me of, y'all. Go watch that movie. 22 can be significant. 33. All of these are ascended masters numbers. These numbers cannot be broken down. The ones that this is going to reach, the ones that's going to really understand, that's going to understand what I'm saying. I don't even have to say, really, I don't even have to say too much. You guys are masters. You guys have become masters. You may not believe it or feel it, but I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you that you are. You are. But of course, the energy that we're in is going to play tricks on your physical being, on your mental being, on your soul being. It's gonna play. That's why our higher selves and our spirit guides been getting us ready for this, telling us it's time to eat different. It's time to exercise. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? Detox your body and detox your gut, because, your gut is your first mind. The gut is connected to the brain. That's where all of the information come in at, really, your gut. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping all the way a buck with you guys. Like, this shit is really, it's not what it seems. I know that this world don't even look how it look. It only look this way because of what we perceive things to be. You know? Now, if you understood that, then let me tell you that you are on your fucking way, and you're on that journey where you know that it's a fucking war. You know that it's conflict around. You know that things are not what they seem. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no kid souls that's stepping up. None of our grandparents that did not make changes within the bloodline while they had a chance to, and was being shown the same things that we're being shown, but they chose to make other decisions. I'm not saying every one of them, but a great deal of our ancestors, our family members, relatives, even in this life, have chosen to stay stuck and stagnated in that energy that did nothing for the bloodline. It didn't bring nobody together. It didn't bring unity. It didn't bring peace. It didn't bring honor. You get what I'm saying? It just fell off because the fight either got too hard, or they got so deep in this game that they couldn't see no more. You know what I'm saying? Their vessels were completely taken over. You know what I'm saying? So they just stuck with the family rituals and the family, you know what I'm saying, habits and things of that nature. I mean, this shit go way back. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just start this shit. This shit didn't just come and just start, you know? So for those of you that are connected to Mother Gaia, and that do know that we are connected in an infinite amounts of ways, you know what I'm saying? And we are infinite beings. We are not just one-dimensional beings. And we didn't just come here to lay down and fucking rest and then die. If you know that much, you're an ascended master. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seriously, I send the greatest warriors out for those, only for those that has a heart light as the feather, that's still in this shit, because you know that we're gonna succeed. No matter what they fucking come at us with, no matter what they hit us with, no matter who they send. And we're not gonna we're not shutting up, we're not being quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. We're going to still speak and move with grace. Now, would they know everything that we doing on the moves that we making? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But know that we know y'all and we see y'all. Know that. We made a lot of mistakes with trusting and believing and wanting to wear our heart on our sleeve, and we know that shit ain't it no more. We know that we can't do that no more. We know we gotta move in silence. You know what I'm saying? We know we really don't have to say too much. All we got to do is move and listen to that voice within, to source. And we're going to be guided. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all. This shit is deep. It is. Mind you, when I first got on here, it was 411. And that talks about information. Few is chosen, right. How you doing, King? I didn't even look at the messages, inside. Oh, y'all. It's only few chosen, right? It's only few that answer the call, man. And I'm going to tell you this, like, it's a trip, because that shit gotta be, or it had to be, even for our ancestors. And that's why I can't even be hard on them, because this shit is not easy, right? But, like, even you know, they didn't choose to continue to move, but, like, that's not even our biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because everything is playing out how it's supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was going to say. it's very hard for me to see them go through that, because I know how loud it is when you're going through this, and you keep getting these messages. You keep getting them, and they hit harder and harder. So that shit for them to ignore this shit that I'm feeling, for you to ignore the calling, because they say many are called, but few are chosen, right? Only few, you're already chosen. But the ones that deny it, boy, that's worse than getting your ass beat by the enemy. That's worse than getting, because it's worse. I mean, worse is not a word. It's worse because, man, I be getting woken up at certain times. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing certain shit. I feel certain shit. And it'll keep nudging me. And that shit gets heavy. Knowing that you're not answering the call. When you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit make me feel even worse when I dismiss something that I know that I'm supposed to be taking action on. When I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be, when I'm not using my time wisely, or when I'm not, knowing that I could have made a better decision. You could. You know what I'm saying? Even though the way source is within us, it's like, okay, at least you made a decision, but let's learn from this. We've always been held accountable for the things that we do. That's why a lot of motherfuckers is in the state that they in, and in the position that they in. You create the life that you have. And the more you were loyal to yourself and to what's going on inside of you, you see that shit on the outside. You see it. And for us and for those of us that has had it very hard for us to be loyal to ourselves, that's because of the condition was that bad in that bloodline. You see? It was that fucking bad. That's how far gone they had a motherfucker where we don't trust ourselves. At points we didn't trust ourselves. At points we didn't trust the motherfuckers that were supposed to be the ones that protected us, because they were abused, and now they putting the abuse towards us. So it was no trust. They broken everything apart. That's why everything has to fall. Everything has to die, including us. Over and over and over again, you will die. You will go crazy over and over and over again. You don't just die one motherfucking time. That's what they told us, though. That's what they told us. Now, if y'all know about them deaths that I'm talking about, those ego deaths, those self-hatred deaths, you know what I'm saying? Those are the hardest ones, because people that can't get over self-hatred, they end up unaliving themselves or unaliving other people. I mean, it's just so fucking much, I was going to say death, around us. That movie, The Fog, they made that motherfucking movie for a reason. When them eyes was covered up, because that's exactly what we're going through right now. You think your eyes is open. You got to be present and be with your eye, but your eyes is really fucking closed. You got to use your instincts. You got to use that inner knowing. The eyes is not enough right now at all no more. We got to learn how to use all of our senses, and we are being tested for that, because spirit is like, no, it's in you. This is the mama that came down hard, the mama that you probably didn't have, or maybe some of y'all did. I know I didn't have that mama that's like, no, you gonna believe in your motherfucking self. You gonna believe in your motherfucking self. You gonna close the motherfucking ears, close your eyes, and taking you through things, having you in the motherfucking wilderness, learning learning your land, learning your earth that you connected to, learning how to use every instinct that's inside of you. Not just breathing, smelling, and tasting, and looking and hearing. Nah, we got shit inside of us that we was never told about. That has to be used, especially during the times of us passing over and going towards, continuing on our journey when we leave this physical realm. And if you don't have it, where you gonna go to? If you don't have it, you can't even levitate your motherfucking body in the spiritual realm. You supposed to learn that shit here again, over again. But they took that teaching. They took all the teachings that we need for our soul to ascend, for our souls to be. So now we have to learn it. Now that's what we're going through. So it's the fog, y'all. It's the foggy times that we're in. And I know I'm all over the place, but, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it, we gotta keep it, we gotta keep it authentic with ourselves. We gotta be authentic to, you know what I'm saying, to our journey, and be rooted. You know, this shit is real. It really is. Okay, y'all, man. It's all peace and love, man. Okay, I'm gonna close all portals and all doors connected to myself, the collective. You know, this wasn't no reading or nothing, y'all. It just, I needed to get on here because I just been really having so many different epiphanies and things that I'm seeing, you know. And right now, I know it's a time to be silent. You know, I feel like it's not a time for us to be on the front line. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You know, us that's doing the work, we need to be sitting back and building, rebuilding. When it's time for us to step out, you gonna be told to. You know, you gonna be told to. You gonna be told when it's, you gonna know when to step up. Your higher self is gonna let you know. You already know. Right now, I feel like we just sitting back because, and taking our time, because that's something that we been struggling with, is about what time really mean, and if time is really a thing, and if time, you know what I'm saying, all of that. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Like, why am I always in such a rush? Like, really questioning it, the shit. That's how you start peeling layers back. Why am I sitting up here going to this job, even though you know you got to pay? Why am I doing this if I know that this is not something that I love? If I know that this is not something that's making me fulfilling to me? Who said that it was nothing else that I could do? Who said that I couldn't just step off, you know what I'm saying, and walk off from all this shit that I have? Because it's not like I can take it with me. Who said that I couldn't do that? Why do I feel like I got to stay connected and attached to this material world? This material world is falling. That's the world that's dying. That's the world that's burning right now. That's the world that's all of that. Everything material is dying off. It can't stay alive because of what it was created behind. What's behind its creation? It's pain, it's blood that's been shed for centuries, for decades, for lifetimes after lifetime. It's so much lies, betrayals. You know what I'm saying? So the material world have to fall. Y'all, on some real shit. This shit crazy, but like, I even got a situation where I have a choice that I have to make, and I'm sitting here thinking about all the different kind of ways that I can go about it. But then if I just walk away, that make it so much more. You know what I'm saying? That's so, just a whole ass space. What's the fucking fight with me wanting to? Well, I just want this and want this, and then the rest of the shit I'm willing to lose, but I want to go back in. So I'm willing to run back in the burning fucking building just to get these little things that I can't even take with me when I fucking leave this motherfucker. I can't take none of that shit with me. And when we talk about the material world, y'all, that's even the thoughts that we have, the things that we're connected to mentally. If you don't part ways with it, do it not take a part of you with it? Pieces of you, fragments of you. If you're fragmented, then you're not whole. If you're not whole, then that means that you have fear that's inside of you. That means that you have pain. That means that you have strife. That means that you have not came together within oneself to rectify what it is that's been keeping you asleep, that's been keeping you locked down in chains, mentally, spiritually, physically. So the fight is not out there. It's not really out there. It's in here. And I'm going to ask y'all again, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because motherfuckers is out here sacrificing their kids, bro. I see it. They kids. In so many different ways. And whoever's operating that vessel that had them that sacrificed the kids, the parents, or whoever the fuck else, Because we got the system, the corrupted system, the sacrificing children in so many different ways. You get the sacrificing children, nigga. It ain't no motherfucking, it ain't nothing else. So what the fuck we got? It ain't what? What we got? Like, you start to use kids, nigga, it's time to get out because you don't know who. You know what I'm saying? They got the kids coming. They sending the kids. You kid knocking on your door, you think you opening your door to a motherfucker that's selling cookies and candy. Nah, and they got a whole motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, entourage behind them. Real shit. That's finna come up in there and wake your shit up. You think it's just a kid. So this shit has gotten low. This shit has gotten real motherfucking low. Real dirty. Anyways, I love you guys. I love those who love me, okay? It's 4:37 on the clock. All is well. All is well. Absolutely. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. For me, I can't even complain. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to do me no good. I'm going to get back in the ring with their ass. That's what I'm going to do. Fuck that. You motherfucking and found the right one fucking with me. I'm going to get back in the ring. Even if I feel defeated, even if I feel any motherfucking thing, I'm getting back in there and I'm going to fight even harder. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I'm going to take my motherfucking time whooping this motherfucker ass. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to do it how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker just ain't finna call me out or set up a scenery and I play this shit out because they didn't drop some seeds. You know what I'm saying? By way of access to somebody around me. You see? It's like now you got to really use your motherfucking gut. You really got to use your gut. Get that motherfucker cleaned out. Get the impurities up out of all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the impurities back in there. Get it right. It's not about getting right with God. It's about getting right with yourself. Because source is already in you. You are that. That you are. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. It's nothing nowhere else that you need. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking to myself, I just want my pictures. My pictures. The story I was telling y'all about earlier. Like, what the fuck? And see, that be my problem, y'all. I'm the type of kind of motherfucker, man. I'm just bold. And so, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still a student. I feel source within saying, look it, God damn it, you could be a student, but your ass need to stand up and be the teacher now. I'm gonna need you to be the wise woman that you are. I'm gonna need you to be the wisdom that you are. Okay? Be the karma that I put you here to be for these motherfuckers that want to act like they don't know what's up. I just need you to cross their path one time. And I'm gonna light their ass up on fire. Because I sent you for that. I placed you here for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's been so hard. That's why it's been such a struggle dealing with this life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, okay, I'm going to close everything off, okay? Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you all that supports Ashley's Tribe to Wealth, okay? Because that's what the fuck I came out for from the beginning. Because I don't know, I didn't even have to sit and think about it. It just came to me. Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. Boop, 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 boop. Put it in there. And it was on ever since. And that's because, well, then I felt wealthy. I've always felt wealthy. I've always felt like I was sovereign. I've always felt that inside. But nobody around me, nobody really liked it, that type of kind of energy. And it's like, damn, y'all don't feel good. Even when we ain't had nothing, even when we was at our worst, I still was good. Why you know what I'm saying? It ain't like I was hella happy, silly or nothing, but it was like, man, fuck that. We gonna make the best of this. Well, what we gotta go do? And I'm gonna make some shit happen with nothing. You get what I'm saying? With nothing. And so that light, that kind of light, that's the light that they want to dim. That's the light that they want to take out. You know what I'm saying? That's the light that they don't want. They don't want that light to be here because when I come, I'm lighting the whole motherfucking room up. You gonna light up, even I don't care what I don't care what frequency you on. You gonna light up just because I'm in the motherfucking room. And that's the confidence that we should all exude when we know who the fuck we are. And sometimes we're not gonna always feel up to it. Sometimes we're not. And that's okay. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to be, because that's when you down, you start seeing shit, the underlying shit. You start being able to see things from a different perspective, but for what it really is and what the root of it is. Because everybody want to step to the front, the forefront, just with that face, as if it's not something underneath them layers. You know what I'm saying? That layer of that face, that layer of that being. You know what I'm saying? See, I can go on and on and on. I'm sitting here talking to y'all like I be talking to myself, because it ain't a lot of motherfuckers that I can talk to like this. I got one or two people, you know what I'm saying? It be like that, though. Circle real small once you get over, you know what I'm saying? It gets real small. But it's good. It feels better like this, because I ain't got to worry about nobody running back with none of my shit or coming up in here. You know, motherfucker can't just come in and get a dose of this and get too close to it. I don't mind doing it online, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach as many souls as I can. You know? That's the goal, right? Plant seeds. Plant seeds of wisdom. Plant seeds of peace. No seeds of doubt, right? All right, you guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of you guys' day. It's 4:43 where I am, okay? 8 a.m. in the morning, and I am probably not going to sleep. I'm probably going to stay up a little longer, because I know I'm going to go into some vivid-ass dream when I go to sleep, or vision, if you will. It just don't stop.